What's up? What's up? Hey, my blessed babies, how are you? I feel like it's been a minute, and I just wanted to get on here and actually just let y'all hear my voice for a second. I've been writing a lot in my community tab. I'm always posting in my community tab. I just be saying stuff like a lot of times I just be rambling, and other times I just be putting my feelings out there, because sometimes I like to write. I put it like that. I like to write. So sometimes me writing my feelings out or my thoughts out or just random bubbles out, it helps versus getting on here and trying to be all proper, talking to y'all, making it sound nice. I talk the way I talk, so I think that sometimes people just be like, I ain't trying to hear her, but that's fine, whatever. But I really wanted to come on here and really try to give a message out because I was sitting at my son's doctor's appointment today and something just ran across me about impatience. And I think it was really because I was watching how the technician just really had a lot of patience with my baby. They understood, how difficult it was for him to sit through, his little procedure or whatever. And something just ran across me, and I heard when you begin to when you're waiting for something, and right when you like at the time that you become impatient, that's when you know that things are coming to you. That's the time to know that things are coming to you, or that's the time that you know that you need to go and you need to step to God and you need to, talk to him, whatever you got to do. Impatience also brings up anxiety. I don't know if anyone ever notices how like anxious you get when you become impatient. Like say you're waiting for you're at the tire place and you're waiting for your car to be done, or you're waiting for something at a restaurant, or you're waiting to hear back from someone. You're just waiting in a waiting period, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, when is it gonna happen? Or like the doctor's office, a good one. Maybe that's why that's funny. 222 on the clock came up. That's probably why the impatience thing popped up, because we were at the doctor. So that's a big one. Everyone goes to the doctor, and it's like, you get there, your appointment at 10 o'clock, but you're not seen until like 10:45, and right between that time, you're getting very impatient, right? You have to wait. So once you start feeling like that, that's the anxiety creeping up, but it's like, why? What I figured out is not all the time, but sometimes. And it's funny because someone else kind of said this a few years ago to me, but I didn't pick up on it. Sometimes the reason why we do feel anxiety is not solely because of ourselves. It can be because we're feeling the energy of others that have that similar anxiety or that same anxiety. Because this morning it was funny, like when I got my baby to the his appointment, like normally the window is open, but nobody was there. And then finally someone peeked in and was like, oh, someone will be right there with you. The person's not here. And so I asked some specific questions pertaining to my baby, and they were like, oh, okay, yeah. They let me know. But when stuff doesn't start going a certain way, you can tell a little bit of anxiety rises up, a little bit. So that could also be another reason why that message popped up. But I really made a full tab about it. I wrote more than I could actually come and speak to y'all about. So if you feel like it, you can always go to my community tab and just see what I wrote. It's pretty kind of lengthy, but that's how I get my messages across. That's how I get my feelings out. It's just writing it out. I've always been like that, but I wanted to give that message to y'all that sometimes when we get impatient, and our anxiety tends to want to play on us, the lower vibrations, and it turns into fear, it turns into a whole bunch of stuff, that you really don't need when you're trying to wait for something. Because sometimes when you get anxious and all that, you also get frustrated. And then what happens when you get frustrated? What happens is you ready to knock somebody's head off now. So see, all of that because you were anxious and impatient. God doesn't operate in that way, especially when you're asking him to help you. And it's funny too, because I asked him, I said, God, you know how it is on these appointment days, so I asked him. And it's funny because right as I started feeling impatient, I heard those words and I was like, oh, that's a message. So I'm glad that I was able to get it out to y'all. And that's all I got. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.